Hey Moira, this is your brother. I'm gonna try and be quick with this one. You remember this? This is your brother, Moira. You remember this jacket? This is my Elho, or however you say it, Elho. This is a jacket. Ain't this a blast from the past? This was purchased around Christmas time, 1987, in a department store in Hamburg, Germany. Well, I was out shopping with Gitta. Moira, do you remember Gitta? Do you remember Gitta? You and Gitta were buddies. So, anyways, let's start with the basics. Moira, you are a psychopath. I am not. I'm a lawyer. You are not. I'm a lawyer with some modest trial experience. You are not. Right? I also have a modest background in academically in post-baccalaureate undergraduate level courses in psychology. At Harvard, I got those. Took those courses at Harvard Extension. I did pretty good. Did pretty well. So here's the thing. I'm leaving you a bunch of videos for you to watch on YouTube because you've cut off all effective communication with me. You have for well over, I don't know, a year and a half now. And even when you were communicating with me back before Dad died, you were lying to me most of the time. Or you were lying to me about the important things. And, I leave you messages. Occasionally a check shows up for food, $650 a month. That's not much, but I'm learning how to live on very little money for food. Involves living on lentils and beans and bread and pasta and making your own bread. And a few other things. And tuna and chicken. It's not fun, but it's keeping me alive. And so anyways, the point is, you've cut off all communication, of all effective communication. So the only way I have of communicating with you is recording a video, putting it on YouTube, and sending you a text message with the link to YouTube saying, Moira, you're breaking the law. You must conform your behavior to the law, Moira. You are breaking the law. Now, I have been shocked and dismayed and knocked into a state of mild depression over how corrupt law enforcement is in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I was in the DA's office for 4 years in Middlesex County, 2 years in appeals and 2 years in district court. And I am blown away, as they say, in the vernacular and slang terms, with how incredibly corrupt the Newton police are. They are extremely corrupt. They will stand there in your driveway and gaslight you to your face about facts that are obvious. And it is disgusting. It is disgusting. They have dishonored themselves. They have dishonored the law enforcement community in Massachusetts. And they have dishonored the United States of America. You would have thought that when Jennifer Martell died, she was murdered by Jared Remy's son, that would have been a wake-up call to the law enforcement and community in Middlesex County. They didn't get it. They obviously did not get it. 3 men between the ages of 50 and 55 have died in Newton over the last 5 years, all of whom were either working at the time or had worked in the past for Newton City government. Former Mayor City Warren, Captain William Spalding of the Newton PD, and City Councilor Jay Ciccione, who was also a 17-year veteran, retired of the Sherborne Police Department. All these men died in separate years, but they all died during the first week of November in the year in which they died. That's not a coincidence. And I have come to find out, I won't go over the facts here, that it's the Greek mob and the Italian mafia doing this in Newton. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. It's not, we don't live in Sicily, and it's not 1920. We don't live in 1960s Sicily. We don't live in 1950s Sicily. This is the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the birthplace of liberty. And it has a lot to do with the casinos, particularly the one that's over near Medford and Malden, and the legalized marijuana, because there's a lot of cash in both those businesses, especially the legalized marijuana, because it's still legal on the federal level. Anyways, Moira, there's a lot going on in this matter with respect to you. You've been involved in two separate conspiracies, so far as I can tell, and they're connected through you. One is obviously the extortion and fraud committed against Dad and I over the last, 20 years or 10 years, depending on how you count it, having to do with stealing the inheritance that Dad had to leave behind, roughly $20 million. You and Mom committed some form of homicide against Dad in furtherance of this, and you ruined my life in furtherance of this. And so it's basically extortion and fraud, and it's a mafia racket. It's become clear to me it's a mafia racket as a result of some facts that have become known to me. And specifically, Steve Solari over at Advance Auto is an associate of the Italian mafia, because three things have happened, which I figured out. He's an Italian mafia associate, and the Greek mob across the street are the people across the street, the Tim Bell Pools, are Greek mobsters. But here's the thing. There's also an espionage angle to this. So there's a lot of precursor facts, 40 years of history that go into this. You can't summarize that in a 5-6 minute video. It takes hours to explain. So I'm going to, with a very long intro of 7 minutes, I'm going to explain one little thing right here. This is my LHO jacket. LO jacket. And that'll be a teaser for the next video. This was purchased, I would say, a week or maybe a week before I was almost shot to death by the Landespolizei at the age of 16 in Nuremberg, West Germany. When you were very chummy with two communists named Zoltan and Eva from Hungary, when you were dancing at the Stadttheater in Nuremberg, West Germany, and you've been sent over there by a Romanian expat named Madame Darvash. Tell you, it almost reads like a very bad John